Okay, in the previous, yes, in the previous session we have covered the log4j and also test base class also we have implemented in this framework, right? So there was some error. There was some error for OK HTTP. So that was because it is, I need to add one more dependency of OK HTTP. Still, it is there in with Selenium, but still I need to add it externally. So now it's working fine. Okay, let's see. Let's run the whole program and let's see how it is going. Right. So first, I have created this, and I have put it init browser in TestBaseClass. Okay. Now let's see. Let's right. That will return new driver object. Right. Because it will return you the driver, we need driver over here, right? In this particular class to send the driver in this particular constructors or particular classes. Okay. And we need to go to this particular URL and let's see whether it is working fine or not. So this particular website that we are going to launch. Okay. After that, what it will do, once it will go to that particular browser, then it will log in. Username as a Mercury, password as a Mercury, then registration will do. Let's see, it will not register now because it will be some error because we need to log out, then again we will need to come back to the home page. Okay, so let's see whether it is working fine or not. Let me just try. Okay, let's see. It should run now. A Chrome driver would be instantiated because in the init browser we have already defined. You can see that the log is being generated this like this way. Info user registration executing before test method, something like that. Okay, now it will navigate to this. You can see Mercury entered and password entered. Clicked on the sign in, right? Okay, that means it is working perfectly fine, right? And the registration flow, then again you need to do that registration flow. Okay, it will throw the error because we need to sign up, then okay, from here, then again click on the register button. That's why it's showing some error. Hmm. Hmm. Because you need to have this driver, right? Okay, this driver, and you, if you want to write a, okay, fine. So yes, this. So you can see the log4j is working perfectly fine. Username is entered as Mercury, password is entered as Mercury. So all the things we have written this logs in uh, page object classes, page object class, right? In this class here, you can see in home page. If you go there, You can see all the logs that we have written over here. Not the logs. That's why it's showing like this way. Okay, but this is showing. Okay, let me convert it into log. 1 second. Which one? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that file also will see. 1 second. Okay. Instead of using system.out.println, what is it, right? Log.info. Log.info. Fine. What is the error? Okay, so I have replaced all the system.out.println with log4j. Okay, so everything will be logged like this. Okay, so let me check whether the things that we have already ran. So let me check with the log file. Where was the log file? src resources, log4j. Let's see. You can see now logs is being generated over here in this log file dot log. Okay, fine. So now log4j is working fine. Next thing. Okay, so next thing would be this page object is done. Okay, in here, what I want to do is, suppose there are certain actions, okay, so that need to be performed, like, you know, there are some actions called drop down selection, or if you want to do some Excel reading, writing, okay, so those things, or maybe if you have some specific things like taking the screenshots, okay, some reusable functions, each time you might require those. So all the things, what we do, we put it in a utility file. Okay, so all the things we need to put in a utility file. So let me create a utility file, and within that, what we need to do is, let common codes we need to write over here. Let me name it as a utils. Okay, now it's a utils. What I'll be doing is, because we might require the constructor and web driver as well. Within that constructor, we might require web driver, because driver is required here. Public utils. This is the constructor. Whenever I need to instantiate or create object of this util, we need to pass a web driver as well. Okay. because we might require, if you want to take the screenshots, okay, if you want to write the screenshot um, code here, so you need to write, something like driver take screenshot, something like that, right? So in that case also you need driver to be present, okay? So this driver need to be come from this base class or maybe somewhere else, okay? You cannot use some local browser. So what I'll be writing, private web driver, fine. So this driver, fine, correct, correct. We can write something like this: public void wait implicitly. Okay, if you want to directly write the implicit wait, so how can you write? Driver dot manage implicit wait. Okay, yes, you can see. I can write second time unit dot second. Okay, so this thing, this is a integer. I need to pass it from here. Okay, and if you want to use a log4j also, you can do that. Okay, here just put this thing. Fine. Utils and if you want to write log dot info in here, just use it implicit wait is applied for how many seconds. From here I need to pass the second whenever I call this method. Okay, okay, yeah, in that case I need to pass this. Okay, something like that. So here we need driver, right? So this driver will come from where? From this constructor. Okay, so like this way we can use utility. Okay, so let's write some more functions in this utils class, like public void wait for element. Okay, this is also required. Wait for a specific web element, we need to wait. So how to write? Okay, so what we need to write is WebDriver wait Okay. Okay, so WebDriver wait equals new WebDriver wait, and then we need to pass the driver. Okay, this is yes, yes, in Selenium we have that. You can see. Okay, these are all one time setup. So in the utility files, one you have done it. So what you have to do is you don't have to worry about it. Just call this method, okay, and it will wait for you that much second. Okay, which one? Yeah, this is constructor. WebDriver already is a constructor within this class, so that require driver and then some wait period time. Like we have created this second. Mhm. Tell me. Yeah. i- Okay. It is in Java in Selenium jar, right? So once you go there, WebDriver wait method is already written. So it will take WebDriver and timeout in long timeout second. Okay, so it has some internal method they have written that will utilize there, right? Got it? And it is present in WebDriver wait class. You can see it extends the fluent wait WebDriver something. Okay, there's a lot of methods present. Timeout exceptions. There is a WebDriver wait. Okay, a lot of methods present over there. Fine. Okay, so now next thing is we need to wait for a specific web element. So how to do that? Wait dot until, okay, until expected conditions. We need to write expected condition, expected conditions. Okay, so in here, let me expected conditions. Okay, dot. What I need to write is I need to write element to be clickable. Okay, there are a lot of methods present within expected condition. So what is the expected condition? Till how much time you want to wait for that web element till that element to be visible, or maybe to be clickable, or maybe it is element to be selected to be selected. Okay, and then again you need to pass some condition over here, or you can say invisibility of all element. So you want to wait for a specific web element when the condition is when all other elements are invisible. Okay, so something like a lot of presence of all element located by this. So a lot of things, a lot of methods are present. Okay, for the first in our case what I'll be writing is clickable element to be clickable. Okay, this one clickable, and we need to pass either you can take this one or you can take this one. If you take this one you need to pass by dot xpath, by dot id, by dot name, something like that. And if you are taking this one you need to pass web element itself. Okay, so you need to pass a web element here. So how to pass? You need to pass from here the parameter web element. Okay, so in this case we'll be waiting till this. Okay, and you can also want, if you want to pass to this wait period also, you can take another argument as well. Fine, we can do that as well. And what else? Wait is done, and any specific method you remember? Okay, yes, that is one. If you want to take a screenshot as well, right? Let's take the screenshots. How to take the screenshot? Public public void text screenshot. Take okay screenshot. Okay. Okay. So you want to pass what should be the name of that particular screenshot. Okay. It may be randomly will take some timestamp as well as the class name. Sorry, that method name. Suppose there is a test. Okay. Test method is called login. Okay. If that login functionality is failed, okay, test case name. Okay. If this login functionality is failed, so here we need to pass login so that the name of that screenshot should be that login, then timestamp, something like that, or maybe only login, something like that. Fine. So let me implement that as well. What we need to write is driver. Driver need to be what you can say. Text screenshots is there is a syntax called text or text screenshot. Let me check. Yeah, this one interface. Okay, and this interface need to be uh, a driver need to be casted on this. We need to cast. There is a typecasting. Okay, driver. Fine. Okay, fine. You can see get screenshot as okay method present within that. Fine. We need to use that. So what is the target? Get screenshot as what type of file you want. Output type you need to write. Output type. Okay. Output type dot. Sorry. Okay. We need to write maybe file type. I want a file. If you want to base 64. So when we use base 64, when you want to send your report, okay, and you don't want to attach that screenshots as well in externally, right? We don't have. So in that case, we need to suppose you want to send the HTML report which contains all the images as well, right? So in that case, if you want to send it through email, that will be difficult. The images will not go if you only send that HTML page. Along with you need to send those images file as well separately, right? But if you use base 64, you don't have to. Okay, it will automatically You don't have to attach any other, that thing, image files. So for the timing, let's use the file type. Okay. And what it will return? It will return the file locations. Okay. File src source file. Let me name it. It is it will return the file src file path. Let me just import this. Which one? Not predefined. You need to write one time setup, right? Okay. From anywhere you can take it, because in Google everything is available. So this is one time setup. Once you have done the one time setup, so no issue. Okay. So the next thing what we want to do is we need to copy this particular thing in somewhere, right? So for that, what we need to write is we need to write something. Okay, I need to write file handler dot copy, because I got this location. Okay, where this will be saved. Okay, so this is my the location from. I would say this is my from. Okay, then what I need to write is to, where I want to save it. This is my from, and to would be, I can write something here. What I can write is file, okay, to equals new file. New file. Okay, so new file, and okay, new file, and then uh, string screenshot name equals. So what should be the screenshot name? Screenshot name is test case name, right? Only we are giving the test case name. Okay, plus dot png or jpeg, anything you want to write, then you can write that. Okay, now my screenshot name is fine. Screenshot name is fine. So what I need to write is, I need to write which location I want it, because there might be I have written for screenshots as well, right? So what need to be written? For log the path, this path, right? I need to provide this path. So how to write it? In here, system.get directory, system dot get property, this thing. Then I need to write user dot dir, then the location. So what would be location? src test So resources. After that, I need to write the screenshots. Screenshots, right? This is my location, right? And then again, I need to write the whole location name, whole the file name, right? And then again, I need to write the screenshot name. Got it? So two in two, the whole name would be written here. I pass that. So this require try catch. Let's put the try catch. Fine. And then what else? Okay, if there will be any exception, so we can write some more thing, log dot error as well. So it will print the stack trace as well, and I can write something more. We have log file as well, right? Log dot. Yes. That's the reason why we use try catch, because if there is any error exceptions occurred, right? So in that case, it will just catch that exception and that will be printed. So and execution will continue. All right. If there is no try catch, so your execution will be stopped there itself. Okay. You can write a class utils. Okay. Text screenshots exception occur. You can some meaningful exception will be thrown. Exception occurred while capturing screenshot. So instead of writing stack trace here, what I'll do, I'll remove it from here. I'll write down here. E dot get message. Okay. So this will be printed. This is okay. And here I'll throw new error, new exception. Okay. So one new exception will be thrown from here. So it will, let's see. Within that we can have another try catch. Let's see. Let's remove this. Let's add it in here. Add throws. No, not like this. I don't want. Here, or let it be. Let it be. Got it right? This thing. Take screenshot. How we can take the screenshot of any methods. We need to provide this screenshot name, and that will be worked fine. Right? So similarly, we can have some more thing as well. Okay, so for the timing, let it be like all the required things we have. Okay, and whenever we require something reusable, if we'll find it, we'll just add it to this particular class, util class, so that can be uh, reused. Fine. So we are done with our this thing, utility. Fine. So now the second thing, what we'll do is, let's see, in our test base, right? In our test base, we have already configured this log4j, and now I want to do something. Okay, so I don't want this before test over here in this particular class. What I can do, okay, what I can do, if I want to remove this from here, can I do that? I believe yes. Instead of putting here this same thing, can it be here? Okay, is there any error? Yes, there are some errors. Why? Because you need to pass, you need to write these things. Okay, which one? This one? Because this test based class is common to all the methods. Suppose now I am creating only one. Suppose I want to create another test, another class. Okay, so this is a user registration, and if I want to make some payment module, if I want to work with the other module, so in that case also I need to write these things, this before method, after these things, right? Log, executing this method, this init browser. I need to work on init browser as well. Then this methods registration and all. So for that purpose, what I have done is I have put it, because it's a common same thing. I need to do it repeatedly again and again for uh, all the test class I'll creating in future. So what I did, so I have put it all these things into a single test base, so that I'll be when I'll be extending that. Okay, for each test it will run by default. Okay, so that's why I need to put all these things in here. Fine. Okay, so one more thing. What it's saying, is there any error? Private, we cannot make it as private. Okay, let's see. And we need to have these things in global also. So for global, what I need to write is, here I need to write web driver, private web driver. Fine, and this driver will go here. Okay, we'll see like how we can do something. Okay, now this driver will instantiate it, because this particular thing will return you the web driver, and you can reuse over here. All right, and this after test also we okay, before test is done. Now let's see, and I want to have after test as well. Yep. Yep. Yes, because this is WebDriver, right? You can see when you, this is a WebDriver, right? It is returning. Yeah, it is a reference of that WebDriver will return. Mm, yes, yes, yes. Because this is the object name. This is driver. You can say your name as well. You can say driver one, driver two, driver three, something like that. Like this one, right? This is the class name. Okay, and this is my object name. Similar. This is object name. This is class name. So this is my interface name. Okay, class and interface. Like same thing almost. Okay, and yeah, it will behave like this way. This object and this is class name. Similarly, we have WebDriver and this driver instance. Fine. This is my WebDriver. So after test, what I'll be writing? Public void tear down. So in here, what I'll be writing is I want to close the browser. Yep, fine. So what I'll be writing? Driver dot close. Okay, or driver dot quit, whatever. Quit would be good. Let's be it quit now. Log dot info. Okay. So in here, what I'll be writing is log dot info executing tear down method. Fine. So this will print this in the log and driver dot close. It will be done after test. Okay. So we don't have to write it here after test, before test, and all. I don't need this one as well. Okay, fine. So in here you can see uh, this is showing error because maybe I need to write these things. Okay, this thing as a protected so that we can have it in the child class as well. Yes, only child one can access these protected methods. You can see now error is gone, right? If you want to execute it, let's see, anything. We'll only execute the first one because the second one we have not implemented yet. Okay, the first one. Let's see. Let's run it. Let's how the thing will work. Okay, it's saying executing before test method, then instantiating the browser. It will go to that particular thing, enter the Mercury username password, and it should pass. Okay, so you can see test run 1, failure was 0, skip 0. So you can see test executing the tear down method then, and it's closed. Yeah, it closed that browser, right? Previous browser. Sign in button is clicked. You can see all are in log because the time and info is showing here, and this is being passed, right? The name is entered as Mercury, password is entered as Mercury. The same thing will be present here. You can see in the log file as well. What is here? Not here. In log project, if you go here, you can see now this is timing. Okay, 9:15, right now 9:16. So this one executed, right? Yep. So this is how it works. And in the next session, we'll see how to implement our extend report in this framework. Okay, and then we'll see how we can integrate and we can decorate this framework with the different things. Fine.